All right, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great day here. Not sure if ads are done rolling or not. I really need to figure out a way to be able to determine that. I see that my little pre-roll off timer is still running, so I'm not 100% sure if that means the ads are still going. Anyway, what we're going to be doing today is the first thing we're going to do is we are going to do we're going to spin the wheel to find out who our next winner for the OC art raffle uh, is going to be. That way they can get a portrait artwork from me of their OC for free. Um, something that's not like super rendered, something I can just get done in like a stream or two. We have 10 entries. I need to put up a post for the next one to see if I can get more people to enter next time. Um, I noticed that some people entered multiple OCs, so what I did is I chose one of those just to, make it fair to everybody. But yeah, and then after that, we're gonna work on some born and raised panels because I need to start making some progress on the webtoon, or it is never gonna get done. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's hop over here. Oh, I gotta turn my model back on. There we go. Alrighty, let's go ahead and let's spin this wheel. All right. Well, Nympha BT has won this time, which is awesome. I actually really, I really like their character design. So hey, you just won the wheel spin for the next. Yeah, I know. It's like perfect timing. Congratulations. Yeah, I know. It's like crazy. I was just looking at like your design sheet again, and I was like, oh, this would be fun to do, especially since you have a whole ass design sheet for it. So yeah, you won for this one. So let's go ahead here and let's see. So yeah, all right, that was cool. Let me go ahead and back out of here. Yeah, no, I'm gonna. So what I'll do is, like I did with the last one, I will do I'll do like the sketch and stuff on Sunday just to get it like prepped, and then on Monday I will actually get into rendering it and all that good stuff. So awesome, awesome, hell yeah. So yeah, now we're gonna work on some more Webtoon panels here again. So last time we did this, what we did is we added this panel here, the zombie that was chasing Val, looking into the shop windows looking for him, and then we have, of course, Val crashing out. And we're gonna do a panel where the zombie hears something off in the distance, and he peels away from chasing Val, even though Val's not going to be 100% safe, but he's going to feel at least slightly relieved for a minute there. Kind of thinking maybe two smaller panels for this will probably do the trick. Because we'll have one where the zombie turns its head to listen to the sound, and then the next one will be like, say, maybe like the hand still on the glass, like kind of smearing across the glass as it moves away. I think that would be cool, like composition wise. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna duplicate this because we're gonna use the same size for these, and I'm gonna move this one down here. So it'll be like it moves from this scene to this scene. Alrighty. Let's see. Let's grab a model real quick so we can get the pose. And I'm not sure what model I used for the last time. I probably should have established that, but we'll go ahead and I think this one will work. I usually do a little bit of adjustment to them just to kind of fit like the style that I'm doing. I like to make the neck a little bit longer. And we'll make the hands bigger. I like having like big hands for some reason on the characters. That's probably good. Alright, let's find a pose that works, or one that I can manipulate. Sorry, I still have allergies here, so apologize if I cough. Let me know if you guys have any trouble hearing me today, too. Let's see. Might be able to use this if we manipulate it some, like so. We're gonna turn that way. We're gonna zoom in. You know, and I can probably find one that's even closer to what I'm thinking in my head here. So let's see if I keep looking. I'm trying not to spend too much time on all this. So maybe we can get more than one panel done here. That would be great. Move my OBS out of the way so I can see. Maybe we can manipulate this one. Nah, that one looks janky already. This one's got him kind of already looking off to the side. But what I want to do is I want the hand to still be on the glass, is what I'm thinking. So we can do the next panel where the it'll basically just be like the hand streaking across as like the zombie moves away. Try to get it in the right position here. Have it like it's kind of pressed against the glass here. Turn it to the side just so I can see. That looks alright as far as that angle. We'll just kind of have this arm out a little bit more, like it's kind of in like been in an alerted position. Something kind of like that. I think I'm going to change the hand pose if I can find one that works. Or I can manipulate one if I needed to. Let's go ahead and select this. That one's pretty generic. That's a little bit better, but I think we're going to spread some of the fingers out a little bit. I have the fingertips forward just a little bit so they're kind of pressed in. All right, that's probably good. And I'm going to duplicate this layer so we can keep the model separate in case we need to do something with it. Rasterize. All right, now we can do our sketch. Let me get a reference for the head angle I'm trying to go for here. See if I can find one real fast. Alright, it's kind of looking up and off to the side. That one's kind of close. Let's see if I can find a better one. Because it's definitely important to use your references, especially when you're not 100% confident about the pose or the angle you're trying to draw. You don't want to just like make it up. It makes things look weird. Just realized how many I don't really have that have this angle here. Oh, I found a couple. Okay. Alright, I don't want to do too many references and get myself confused. Some of these are like statue references where they're like Giga Chats. I mean, it could still work. Alright, let's open these. So, if I flip that one, that one's kind of close, except the body's turned a little bit more. Honestly, I probably could have turned the torso even more. That probably would have made more sense. Maybe I'll do that real quick. Because you would turn your body a bit too if you heard something. So let me see how this... Oh yeah, that looks more natural. Like he's looking away because he heard something. Kind of want the hand to be like still. There we go. That looks like he's like more alerted to something, you know? Okay, so let's get rid of this. And then we'll duplicate this again. Rasterize. Alright, now we can do a sketch. Forgot to grab my pen here. Alright, so I kind of want to definitely zoom in, see what's going on here. Oops, doing this on the wrong layer already. And his nose kind of like this. We're going to have kind of like his. We'll figure out we'll find a reference for the mouth too. Yeah, we're gonna have to find a reference for this mouth here because I think the mouth is looking weird. The eyes are kind of like at an angle, like kind of like. Oh my god, the sketch is like so weird. We're gonna have to definitely fix this. Do some adjustments here. Let's just be more like his eyes, maybe? Well, if it came out more like that on his head. Have like the zombie thing going on here. And let's get like hair. Kind of had like the wispy, spiky hair up here. definitely work on this to fix it. Probably could have had his like thumb spread out more too, as far as like pose goes. That's okay. I think this will work for what we're going for here. Kind of have like where the fingertips are pressed. It's so rough. It looks so bad. That's okay. We're gonna fix it in a sec. We're gonna like really zoom in here and get this going. Alrighty. Use my inking pen I usually use, which is the mapping pen. We're gonna zoom way the hell in on this head here because I think that's where we're having some trouble. This guy's got an awfully like smug look compared to. Oops. And of course I'm on the wrong layer. Of course we want the zombie to have like still more of like an enraged look to them. Because they're pretty much like once they get infected, they're like, you know how zombies are, ready to pretty much destroy, devour like anything and everything in sight. This is such a weird angle. I like never pretty much draw this angle, so it's good practice. We're gonna do, I think maybe doing like the teeth might be like a good way to kind of get this angle started maybe. separate a little bit there. Well, I guess the nose area looks like it overlaps there. I don't know if I'm doing the angle of the nose correctly here. This angle is super hard to do. It might end up like a little bit janky, but I think it'll serve the purpose of what we're trying to do. Thanks. Also, save on top of taking a drink here. Alright, we're gonna do, like, he's got, this eye is pretty wide open. Like, heard a noise and he's like, ooh, you know, possible prey somewhere else. I normally don't like to zoom in this much, but I feel like I kind of need to figure out what the hell is going on here. This might be a little too much of this. That's looking okay so far. I'll figure out this pupil angle in a minute. think I'm gonna have to adjust the size of his head probably. That's okay. Let's get his other eye going here. Hopefully I get this right and in the right spot. It's okay so far. This. There we go. Yeah, I think that looks fine. Let's flip this the other way. Maybe something like that. It'll look a little bit better. Oh, that ear might be a little bit big. Let's bring that in. some. I mean, I always draw the ears a little bit bigger, but you know, I'm not trying to go super overboard here, so that's probably fine. Let's fix these lines since they've been jankified from the liquify tool. And these ears aren't going to be 100% accurate anyway, so that's fine. We all know this is an ear just by looking at it regardless, so that does still look kind of weird. Let's flip this back. Oops, brush is starting to freak out. I'm really struggling to draw today. I don't know what my deal is. Hey, Windseeker, how's it going? Sorry, I didn't see that you joined there. My bad, dude. That's probably good. Let's do some line variation real quick, some shadowing. Have you had any luck with riggers yet, Windseeker, for your model? Alright, we got some line variation in the hair. I think this needs to, bridge needs to come up a little more here. Looks a little bit better. Oh, that's right. Kind of like that. And erase away some spot for some more of the teeth. Oh, that looks kind of crazy. Let's see if we can fix this. What I'm gonna do is that, and then extend this down here. That's a little better. Let's get his shirt collar. Probably also should be using a reference for the shirt parts, but I think for now it's okay. That. There's usually kind of things going on here. Can't find my little thing. There it is. Because it's like gray on gray. We're gonna start filling some of these areas in with some shadow work to make things a little smoother, easier for us. Now that I think about it, with the sun going down here, we would have a significant, like, well, of course we would have a shadow in general from the head going like this way. So we're gonna do this number here. Oops. Erase away here. And we'll kind of do it like that. be shadow. Oops. Oh my god. Drawing, how does that work? So some shadow in there. Has anybody else felt like really off, like artistically lately? Like I feel like I've been struggling a lot lately, and I don't know exactly what's going on. I mean, I'm powering through it, but it's like, I feel like the quality of my work is kind of like dipping. Could just be me, but kind of how I feel lately. Where I'm not like super, super happy with everything that I'm doing. I'm kind of like, it's okay, but, you know, not great. Not where I would like it to be, at least. I don't know if I'm like experiencing like a mini burnout or what. Like, it's a possibility. feel like maybe I need to flip it so I can get the sleeve here. This sleeve just looks weird. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. Yeah, I do need to save. It's been a minute. Let me go ahead and do that. Having some water. Man, I'm just struggling so bad today. I don't know what my deal is. What the hell can't I can't even draw a sleeve. What am I doing? Maybe I'll start with like the arm and then I'll come back and get it. The hand and all that good stuff. That thumb is so fat. I think it'll be okay though. Let's check our reference here. Not this one, but this one. Oh yeah, things are like getting really fat here. We're gonna start over. Dreaded hands. I hates you. We all hates you. Oh my goodness. Man, I'm really struggling today. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to do 2 panels today. My plan was to do 2 panels, but don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. what we're going to do is we're going to have, like we did with the other one, where the areas that are pressed against the glass are going to have shadow here, so that, and then probably here be pressed against it. Trying to think of in my head of like how the weight would be, like, you know, when you're sticking your hand against the glass. Definitely here. I think the tips of the fingers up here. Let's see. There'll be a little bit right here. I just put my hand on my tablet to kind of get an idea where the feeling the pressure. It's probably not 100% accurate, but yeah, it's okay. We just want to convey. Excuse me. Well, I feel like there'd be a lot of shadow here too, because this is kind of facing away from the light source. So we're gonna do this. Oops. Stop trying to fill the whole thing. No. No. And of course it does. It's because I didn't block off that spot. There we go. You know, we could probably actually do this with the whole hand. Because things in the foreground are going to be darker anyway, plus like the with the light kind of fading in the background, I feel like it's gonna have most things in shadow here anyway. We're just gonna fill in most of this, and then we'll erase away some of the detail area. Let's get the fingertips, kind of some of the detail here, back in, that. Alright, that's probably good. Alright, that looks fine. And we're going to select the outside of the lines and then invert it to make a silhouette that we can just clip our colors to. It's not like super working the way I wanted to, but that's okay. We can fill some of it manually. The panel goes this direction, so I want to make sure I work from this way. I was like, why is that not erasing? Alright, looks like we got that colored in. This. I think we started with like a greenish blue skin before. I keep meaning to make a freaking color palette for this. I keep forgetting about it. I'm just so scuffed. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I think this is pretty close. Or maybe it was something like that. Or was it this? I don't remember. I think I'm gonna have to adjust this color. I don't think this is the right color. Skin filled in here. I think it's a more desaturated color. That's what I'm thinking. I think it's more like that. It might be a little lighter and even maybe a little more greenish. That might be a little too green. Well, that didn't really change a whole lot. Font's probably fine. So we'll do that as scan. His eyes and teeth are like this. Let's label that eyes/teeth. And now we can do the shirt, because the shirt I think is just a blue color. Let's go up and look at them. Yeah, it's a blue color, like a lighter blue color. Yeah, normally what I would do, especially if I was smart, is I would create color palettes for every, like character that's like gonna be in, especially in more than one scene. Um, Obviously, I'm quite rusty on this because it's been a while since I've done this, so that's another reason why I kind of want to do like just Webtoon streams more often, is so I can like get back into it and be consistent, and of course get my damn Webtoon chapters out. It's a lot of work. It's always a ton of work, but it's gonna be cool once we get rolling here. Once I get into like the real exciting stuff, I think I'll be a bit more motivated. Let's do for the hair kind of like a darkish gray here. I think that's probably the most difficult part of I found of doing a comic is you know continuing that like consistency between all of it. And I feel bad when I have like off days like this where like I feel like my quality is dipping quite a bit, but I don't want to not do anything. So I don't know. It's like kind of a struggle. Let's erase that away. Looks like I'm gonna have to fix some of the base outline here. Got a little messy. In this hair area here. I don't want him to have jagged hair, like pixelation. better. And I think I saw an area down here. Yep, some need to be filled in there. A loud ass plane going over. Jeez. Looks like we got some spots I missed on the scan. Or didn't fill in. Sure, check all these other areas so I don't have to go back and fix them. Okay, we got some up here. Oh, it must not be filled in all the way. Yep, there's some areas here that are just not filled in. Another thing you can do with this is you can put like a brighter color in the background to see where you're missing spots that have been filled in, because they'll stick out like a sore thumb. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. Alright, let's put this all in a folder. Alright, so the sun is starting to set here, so we kind of want to get like maybe a little bit into the more purple range with like the shadowing, maybe around in maybe something like this where it has a little bit of red in it. And then we're gonna do where just kind of cut away some areas where maybe the light would be hitting. It's kind of like a backlight scenario here. So we'll get more of like a rim light than a lot of things, but I kind of want to put at least a little bit on the face, I think would help it. Just here and there. We'll do some a bit on the hair here. Upper ear maybe. And then we'll just do rim light in general on this side. his like nose. Get some of the shape going on here. And I'm just kind of guessing here, thinking like educated guesses. We could, of course, always, either find reference or set up reference with like, a 3D model and like the lighting, but I don't really have the time today. Let's sponge a little bit of some of the transition here. Actually, up here can probably still be like a sharp. So we want to keep the sharp edges in some places at least. It's probably pretty good. And we'll start doing some hard shadow. Kind of define some areas a little bit more, or add some shadow where we need it. That. So even if I was feeling kind of like maybe a little icky about my line work, we can actually use some of the coloring to maybe make up for that. I can at least get a little bit of some dopamine from the coloring. Get some of these hair shadows. it's looking a lot better already. Sorry I'm not yapping that much today, guys. I'm just kind of off today. I don't know. I'm also like I've been really tired for like no particular reason lately, so might need to talk to my doctor and figure out like if I need to like adjust my like medication or something because I take medication to sleep and I also have like medication I take for like thyroid too. So these are things that might be affecting like my energy levels. So if I had to make a guess of what's making me like sluggish, I would probably think it's that. It's like I'm not like super motivated today either, which really sucks. But I'm persevering, so that's the main thing is I'm still being productive, still trying my best to get power through it. So you don't want to always force it, but some level of like, fighting the urge to not do anything is good. Some progress is better than none. I feel like this will just all be pretty dark, so we're just going to completely darken that. I'm going to completely darken here. Alright, so let's soften up some of these edges here and there. Alright, setting it up straight a little bit more. Save. That's probably good for that layer. No, don't delete. Duplicate. That's what I want. Oh yeah, I forgot. We gotta put some blood splatter on him. Because he's nommed some people. Nom 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 nom. Luckily Val saw it and started running. He was like, nope, nope, nope. Get the fuck out of there. Oh my god, I do this every time where I forget where I put my blood brush. Maybe I stuck it in one of these. That's cracks. No, I didn't put it there. Where did I put it? I do this every time. Maybe it's in one of these. No, it's the airbrushes. Alright, so it's got to be in one of these. Ice texture. Sometimes I feel like it doesn't save my brushes in here too. Could just be making excuses, but... Alright, fine. We'll do this again. I know I always find it when I go through my image. Let's do blood. There it is. Mouth. Kind of like it's splattered in different directions here. A lot around the mouth. That's the most important area for it. Let's make it a little bigger in some areas. Around in the shirt. Crosses. Like that. Definitely on his hands. And multiply. Let's do our light source now. Alright, sun's starting to get a little low now, so what we're going to do is we're going to use some of these darker colors. Let's see. Give it a little, just a little bit of a brush here, and then we'll go and we'll do some of the harsher. Follow where we cut away here. And let's put some on the finger so they're not quite so dark. At least on one side of them. So we'll kind of do like the light, like it's kind of coming from one side in particular. Maybe a little bit over here too. And we'll blend this out. Some of these areas. Right. Let's reduce the opacity on that. And we'll take that down to like 15. And we're gonna blur it a bit too. Blur by like 30. That's probably good. That. Alright, let's get a gradient map. Trying to remember the gradient map I used before. I really need to get better about like doing this. Like once I do it like more consistently, it won't be such an issue. It's probably used. I'm assuming I used something like this or this. Let's try this one. Do that. We're gonna put it to soft light. Kind of look at this other one here. I'm gonna use the different one, but probably did. I feel like I probably used more blues down on the shadows, and that's probably why it looks different. So let's do that. Can I do change the shadows to like maybe this so it doesn't look quite as purple? Yeah, I think that looks better. That looks closer to the other one. Yeah, it looks a lot closer. So I'm gonna do that, and then let's duplicate the eyes and the teeth. Bring them up here. Highlight. And we'll do glow dodge. Take that down to like 15. Add glow. do our tone correction. Zoom out for that. I'll lighten it up just a bit so we can see a little bit more maybe of some of the detail from a distance. A little bit of contrast there. Let's do some color balance too. Some red and a little bit of yellow. It looks kind of purple again, but it'll be okay because the sun is setting, so I think that'll be fine. So we're going to take this and merge it. Duplicate. Chromatic aberration. And lighten. We're going to turn that effect way the hell down to like 30. There we go. Merge that. Let's merge our lines together. This over the top. Hard light. 50%, and we're going to blur it too so it spreads. And let's do some glow dodge, 30%. Some lighten. There we go. I think that looks good. Merge this all together. One more time. I think that makes it look a little bit better. All right, let's see. So I know we used a sky image material for that other one, and of course it's not going to let me just search it because it's a bastard. So let me just find it. And then we'll have to do like our glass effect again. got so many things in here. By the way, when you're working on a webtoon, especially when you have like the like DPI cranked up, so it looks like, you know, better. Like it's gonna make your computer chug pretty hard. So it's like when I get done with these, I always have to take the panels and like compress them into different programs so the file size isn't too big. Where's the sky that I used? That last one. And then I gotta find the damn glass effect too after this. Sometimes things are labeled in like, you know, like kanji or Korean, so I can't just like search it because I do not know either of those. I wish I did, but I don't. Trying to find it. Looks like I'm getting closer to where it might be. Where the hell is it? Come on, buddy. Did I already? I have a feeling I already passed it or something. Oh my goodness. Where is it? I really need to organize this stuff. This is just like chaos. That was really slowing me down. I swear I've already passed it. I've got to have passed it. Because I don't remember scrolling that far down last time. There's some skies, but I don't. Let me take a look at what it looks like in the other one. I remembered it was already kind of an anime looking sky, so did I take like this and just stretch it bigger? Kind of looks like it. I don't know. Want to be as consistent as I can be. I know this is probably not the most exciting thing to watch. You know, I think I used this and I think I adjusted it so it wasn't so dark. Yeah, that's what I used. Okay. Let's do that. Put this off to the side here for a sec. Convert it to an image material. We gotta get nice and big. Something like that. Get rid of the bottom one. Rasterize this. Oops, looks like there's a little space down at the bottom there. There we go. Yeah, I think this is what I did. Pretty sure. Do my usual effects. Yeah, we'll keep that fairly blurred since it's going to be in the background. Alright, cool. So now I just need the glass in the front with the blood on the window. So now I gotta find that. If I was smart, I would have not merged the last panel that I did with this, so I still had the freaking the layers for the effects, and I could have just copy pasted them. That would have been the smart thing to do. So now I gotta find this. At least we got some wild solo action going on here to make it more action packed as I scroll. Because it's so exciting, you know. Oh my god, are we having the same problem? There it is. Haha, found it. Did it. Alright, convert layer to a raster layer with color. And then tonal correction, let's put a gradient map on it. Use the same color that we did there. I think I did that as a multiplier, or did I do it as like about add glow? No, I think I did a single layer of I gotta put his cracks on him too, actually, from the infection spreading. screen, and we'll do this like 10%. Makes it a little bit more like some glass. Let's get rid of this. Oh, I see. Okay. So this one is multiply. There we go. So now we have some of the streaks. Let me go ahead and put those cracks on him because I will forget. Like a dummy. I'm digging these covers that his playlist has got going here. I'll have to go through and make sure that I save these. I can't wait to get to the part where we start getting into like the more specialized zombies that have different like abilities and traits. They have different color crystal infections, and the infection starts to manifest in a more like kind of like bulky physical state. So they look a lot cooler in my opinion. This is just like a regular ass infected zombie, you know. It's got the initial not super crazy like infection or anything. Still bad enough for like, you know, for people. The bandits are just lucky that they're witches with like really powerful magic that really helps them out. Otherwise, they probably would have also been zombies. Like we're gonna get to it soon here, but Val's gonna be using some of his like defense, his magic defensively to protect himself. 50 super K. Let's do glow dodge, and we're gonna blur it by like 10. Duplicate. We'll do add glow. There we go. Got that before I forgot to do it. So now we'll just put some blood on the glass, and then I think we'll be pretty Gucci to move on here and wrap up the stream for today, because I am feeling pretty unmotivated today, to be honest with you. Plus my shoulder's starting to like bother me as well. It's an old injury from freaking working out like way too like intensely when I was younger. Somewhere those other hand was up there. There we go. I think that looks good. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to merge these layers, so when I work on the next one, I can reuse some of the things that I already did. So let's we'll actually stick this in a folder. We'll do zombie reacts to booms. All right, let's make this nice and big so you guys can see what we did today. I know my big old model has been in the way for a lot of this, so let me go ahead and turn my model off real fast so you guys can see. Trying to get it like kind of centered for you. There we go. That's our panel that we managed to get done today, like I think it went pretty well despite you know, being like unmotivated and like not feeling as much. It still turned out okay, so that makes me happy. So let me go ahead and stick you guys in the lobby here, and we will wrap this up. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me here. It helps, keep me in check and make sure that I continue to work on things, even if I'm like, in a slump or not. Like, you guys like watching really encourages and helps me. So I hope it encourages you as well. Um, I will be taking a break tomorrow, as I usually do. So I'll be back on Thursday with more of the Webtoon panel work. I am not going to be streaming Friday because I'm going to be Havoc and I are in the process of moving, so we're going to start doing some moves here on some of the weekends. Um, I still need to decide whether I'm going to put up the art chair or not because we might end up moving some stuff Saturday. So I will let you guys know.